सभी को नमस्कार और बहुत बहुत स्वागत. On the dais with me here, we have Srimati Sulochana Das, Honorable Mayor of this beautiful city of Bhubaneswar. We have Mr. Pradeep Biswal, Honorable Member, Odisha Rera. My colleague, Editor Nandighosha TV, Sisir Bhatta Mishra Babu. It is indeed my privilege to welcome you to this inaugural edition of Nandighosha TV Real Estate Conclave and Awards. Friends, at the outset, I would like to thank our chairman, Mr. Manas Mangraj, Member of Parliament, who first seeded this idea, who gave us this thought that why shouldn't we do something around this very crucial sector called real estate. As a growing state, real estate is one sector that manifests the growth story of a rising Odisha. So he wanted us to create a platform where we can discuss this very crucial sector. All the stakeholders can come to one platform and take it forward as to how we can grow a more robust, a more inclusive real estate sector. To this endeavor, we thought if we are having all the stakeholders, why not encourage the achievers in this field? So which is why we added this segment of awards. So our gratitude to him, Manas Babu, for showing us the way and guidance to create this platform. Ladies and gentlemen, real estate, we have got all the big stalwarts here of the real estate sector. When you talk of real estate, it comes to your mind, oh, it's going to be big houses, big apartments, fancy apartments, skyscrapers, big industries like your cement, your steel, big numbers. But for a common man, what does real estate really mean? You see, we all have got our Aadhaar card. And what is the most important thing in that Aadhaar card? It is that address. That address gives us the identity. So for a common man, a house, a dream house that we call, gives us the identity. For a builder, it is just one unit. A massive apartment that a builder creates may have hundreds of units, 200, 300, 500. Some may go to 1,000, up to 1,000 also. So, but for one individual, it is that dream house. Someone who's come from, say, suppose a first generation migrant, who's migrated to a big city, to a big metro. So for him to have that address against his name, that makes him feel that he's arrived in life. So this is how the real estate sector is. This is how it impacts our lives. And it's just not about individuals. You may take the institutions also. Until 1 year back, we were operating out of a rented space. This year, at the beginning of this year, in January, 26 January to be precise, we had the good fortune of shifting into our own building, a beautiful building for Nandighosha TV and our sister paper, the Sakar. I mean, it was such a proud moment for us to have our house of our own. It's just another feeling. It just gives you a different identity and which makes it more real. So that's the power of real estate sector. It's just not numbers. It's just not the growth of the sector itself, but people as a people. Over the next 2 hours, you're going to have 2 different sessions where we're going to have very robust debates. We have got some of the finest minds speaking on those subjects. I think the first of the sessions is going to talk about the potential and the power of the real estate sector in Odisha. When I was looking at it, ladies and gentlemen, come to think of it, Odisha perhaps no other state can boast of this, that every state has consumers and consumers of the housing societies. But this state has got, you name any cement company, it originates in Odisha. You have all these big steel makers. You have got all the iron bar makers. So the whole building blocks of the real estate sector are in this land. So we're actually very fortunate to be part of this journey. So in our first session, we're going to look at those issues. And like I said, in the second session, we're going to focus on how we can empower the end consumer, how we can empower him to take better informed decision wise he or she is buying a property. So that's very important. So we'll have some of the finest minds to talk about those issues. I'd like to congratulate in advance all the awardees that are going to be awarded in a couple of hours from now. We could just pick 10 of them, but I know there are many, many more out there doing some fantastic work. I'm sure going ahead as we go down the years and do this award year after year, we're going to incorporate more. So one of the fantastic stories that while we were discussing about this event was that I had heard so much about the plumbers of Odisha. What a beautiful story. I mean, they are as much contributors as anybody else here in this room. So unfortunately, we could not get hold of any organization which focuses just on them, and so that whom we could have called here and felicitated. But nevertheless, we acknowledge their great contribution to this industry, to this sector. It is these stories that makes the real estate a human sector. I would also like to thank our team at Nandighosha TV, who in a very short span of time were able to put up this event. And I'm sure this event is going to be a learning curve for us. As we go in future, we're going to improve this, make this award a bigger, better platform where we have the best of the minds to speak and the best of accomplishers. I'd like to thank our sponsors for this event, who trusted in our idea, who supported us, and made this event happen. I'm sure over the next 2 hours, you're going to have some great conversation, some revisiting conversations, and we look forward to have you here more often. Thank you. Thank you so much.